The diversity can't be the number one. I want a diverse workforce. Do they have the skills to do this? Did we test them to make sure they had the skills to do this?
Hey, what's up, you all? Welcome back. I'm Van, and we are all the LFR family. Hopefully you hear me okay. Hopefully you're doing okay. Thank you so much for clicking the video. Hopefully you click that like button as well. It will really help, and it will also help if you watch at least 5 minutes of this video. I would like for you to watch the entire video, but I know you got things to do, and I know there's other people out there that you enjoy watching. So I'm not gonna be disrespectful for your time, but we're about to watch something that hopefully entertains you enough and educates you so that we can spread love and education and information to those who don't have it. Okay, so let's get into it. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments.
I'm just gonna start by responding to my colleague, who's somebody that I thank you for your service. If I can speak to you directly, I thank you for your service. Very proud to call you a brother in arms. But as I observe our units, we both served in diverse units in the military, but it was never by demand. And that is the argument that I'm bringing up here as we talk about service in the State Department or the military or anywhere else. There are no quotas over qualification. We didn't need an African American or an Asian or a white sniper or bomb tech, or canine handler. It was just simply who raised their hand, volunteered, proved that they had what they needed to make it and be effective in that role, and pursued it and reached their goal.
I love the fact that he's pointing out that we had people, we needed the job done, and we asked who was willing to do the job, and they knew that their lives was on the line by doing the job. And when people raised their hands, we didn't consider whether or not, we didn't consider their race. We didn't consider their gender. We said, oh, well, they raised their hands, are they capable? And based off of any information that they've compiled from that individual being in whatever department or agency they're in, looking at their shooting scores and their physicality, all that other stuff, they made their decisions that way. But now it seems like we're focusing on all of the wrong things, even when we put people in office. And I'm guilty of that too, because I voted for a president twice simply because he was black. All right. And then when his vice president ran, a lot of people voted for him simply because his vice president was black. But we're just going to leave that there and come back.
That's what it was all about. And to give the appearance at any time that it is anything other than that, that is un-American. And that is the problem I have with the appearance that this office is giving. I'll ask a couple of questions here. Is baldness, somebody that looks like me, does that make you a better diplomat, ma'am? I think I know the answer, but.
Not that I know of.
It doesn't. If somebody's 5'8" like me or 6'3" like somebody else, does it make them a better diplomat?
No, I do not believe so.
Likewise, does being white make somebody a better diplomat?
No, I do not believe so.
African American?
No, I do not believe so.
Asian or Islander?
Any specific group?
Native American? It doesn't. I would ask this.
And she's smiling, and I do want to say she's beautiful. She's a beautiful older lady. She really is. Her skin looks vibrant. She looks like she's happy. Like, it just does. But although she's answering no to everything, I will guarantee you, that she is fighting for people to be in position simply because they are a woman, simply because they are black, simply because they are gay, simply because they are Hispanic. I'm certain she fights for it because that's what a lot of people are doing right now. Identity politics is an actual thing.
Can you tell me, am I white?
I would allow you to tell me how you characterize yourself.
That's exactly right. I would have to tell you not just how I characterize myself, but what I am. But I'm asking, do you know if I'm white?
I do not know.
Half black?
I do not know.
Asian, Islander?
Do not know.
Brown? Latino?
I do not know.
You can't know. You can't know without asking somebody to disclose what they are. And we can't ask what somebody is, and it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter that I'm half Mexican. It shouldn't matter whether I'm able-bodied or ambulatory or not ambulatory. That doesn't have anything to do with what my background is, that I served in these operations in the military.
Well, we all know that it does actually matter. Like if you're if you're black, then you get moved to the closer to the front of the line. If you're black and disabled, you move closer to the front of the line. If you're black and you're homosexual and you're disabled, it moves you closer to the front of the line. That's just how it is. Unfortunately, that's how it is.
That I gained these skills, that I studied this in school, that I proved that I could pass whatever tests under stress and duress and be effective in the field under situations that foreign service officers might encounter, like the withdrawal of Afghanistan, the enemy at the gates, people being targeted, trying to deal with countless number of SIVs coming in. That has nothing to do with how somebody looks. It has to do with, did they volunteer to do this? Do they have the skills to do this? Did we test them to make sure they had the skills to do this? Do we hire hard and have the ability to manage a little bit easier? And that's the problem with what I see with what's taking place here. I'd ask you another question. Can you tell me what best looks like?
I'm not sure I'm fully understanding what you're getting at.
What does the best candidate look like?
Yeah.
The best FSO officer, we'll use that, the best foreign service officer. What does the best look like?
I would say the best for the particular job can look like any one of us, and that is the American way. That's what we support.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So in that, we can't have it be that first we look for a diverse basket of candidates, as is your quote, and then after we look for the diverse basket, then we check the merit of that. The diversity can't be the number one. I want a diverse workforce. I'm glad that I served with a diverse force in the military, diverse colleagues as members of Congress. But that can't be the number one filter because it does create an inherent bias, an inherent quota system where people look at it and say, well, I wasn't this. I didn't have the right religion or color or what they were looking for. So I didn't make that diverse basket number one, as you said, that it has to be that. They better bring you a diverse panel. My time has expired.
Now, the reason why he was asking those questions clearly is because she supports diversity over the next step, all right? Diversity over actual qualifications. And he had to address it. Being that she was pretty much under the spotlight and now had to be held accountable for her decisions or her quote, because she actually said this somewhere, just like everybody else who's at these subcommittee hearing, she now had to be faced with what she said. Mom's the word. She had nothing to say. She, like a whole bunch of people fake like they're big and bad and like they're so ready to make that the hill that they're willing to die on. But when they're under the daggone microscope, bruh, they're not trying to say anything at all. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just going to smile and look pretty. I don't know what you're talking about. But then when they go back to their own meetings with their own echo chambers, or they're not singled out and they can fight against the other side, it's diversity, diversity, diversity. And then qualifications. But she wanted to play like she was stupid in this conversation, which is unfortunate. This is ridiculous to me. What he's talking about is equality of outcome instead of equality of opportunity. That's something that Ben Shapiro and those guys have been talking about for a while. Jordan B. Peterson been talking about for a while. So many people have, Steven Crowder been talking about for a while. Tucker Carlson been talking about for a while. So Thomas Sowell been talking about for a while. I can go on and on and on and on and on, but unfortunately, so that people can equal the playing field, they're choosing diversity first. No. Before you hire somebody, have you considered a black lesbian? That's my time, man. I'll see you on the next video. Love y'all. Peace.